Okay, Mike Coulthard with Farmers Insurance here. What I'm going to show you now is our value term, farmer's value term. Now, you should have already seen the video on our simple term policy, and that's the one where they do simple underwriting, is what they call it, right? So they just check your medical records. This policy here is a full underwriting where they come over and do the labs and ask you the same medical questions and so forth. So the only difference really is they do the labs. Um, and so as a result, it is cheaper, right? This is the same, this is a minimum. So with the simple whole life, the minimum 75,000 of a death benefit, and here the minimum is 150,000. But you can see that the 150,000 for this policy is actually cheaper than 75,000 with the simple whole life, the simple term policy, excuse me. That is because the insurance company is taking all the risk if they don't do your labs, right? They don't have as much information as they would need to make sure that you're healthy enough to get this policy. Now, again, this is a temporary policy, right? These term policies are great products to, if you have a mortgage amount that you want to make sure the next 10 years, if something happens to you, your spouse will not lose the house. You'll have the money to pay off the mortgage or keep paying the mortgage, however you want to do it. Or if you have, a bunch of cars you just bought, and you want to make sure that she can take care of paying all those. So forth. It just depends on what you want it to do for you. But the idea is a term policy is a tool to ensure your mortgage amount, is to ensure your loans for the car, a business, or something to that effect. They're a good tool. And frankly, if you have younger kids, like in my case, I've got a couple younger kids left over, so I have several term policies in addition to permanent policies, to make sure that if something were to happen to me earlier, um, then they would have the maximum amount of money available to make sure that their lives aren't financially affected because of my early demise. So again, these are very simple policies. It's 41.85 a month, and it's 150,000 death benefit. There's nothing else. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's a one pager. Okay, this is EFT, automatic payment. So they just take it right out of your bank account, and when you do the application, we collect your bank information at that time. And that way, when you get approved, it's just done. You don't have to worry about, chasing me down to give me your uh, bank information and so forth. So these are pretty simple. It just depends on how much you want. And this can go into the millions, right? So it just depends on how much you want. And of course, if it's more money, this is going to cost more too. So that's obvious. All right. Hope this was helpful.